Hello everyone and welcome to Bad Defaults Plays, Alan Wake Remastered. We're not late, you're just early.
And you're late too. Come on, people.
Sorry about that, there were technical difficulties on both our ends. As soon as Luke was ready to start, I tried to start and then issues on my end appeared. So, but we're ready now.
And I probably sound like hot garbage because I'm going through my laptop mic because I was not able to resolve my technical difficulties. So.
Yeah, but you always sound like hot garbage, so it's not that different. Wah, wah, wah.
It's just my voice. All right, let's play. So remastered Alan Wake. Alan Wake.
And there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical.
Which we've played before, so this feels like a take two. We get to make it even better.
The victim keeps asking why. But there could be no
well, you know,
and there
or worse.
There's no saying it'll be better.
The longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end.
Without editing, it'll probably be worse.
I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Unless she also committed a crime. Then they could be in jail.
Then you could be in prison together.
One of those newfangled co-ed prisons they got up in Maine, right?
Suddenly, his body was gone.
I'm assuming this is like Maine, right? Because he always does.
I was in shock.
Northeast New England settings.
I don't know that
Pacific.
I don't know that they ever say what state Bright Falls is in. I don't know, because I know that there's a flashback to New York. I think it's New York later.
Okay. My girlfriend.
But that's like
is
where
a
his writer's apartment is.
Reader, and she assures me that pretty much everything is set in Maine.
Okay.
Actually, the other day, I shouldn't interrupt the intro. Maybe.
Well, we've played this before, so it's this is more of like a recap. But if you want to like
redo.
I don't know if like watching our original 2 episodes of this might be better for plot stuff.
Yeah, probably. So pause this right now, go back, watch those.
Yeah.
In a couple hours, come back, and we'll be about done, and then we'll be ready to do the next one in a week. There's a good plan.
You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff?
That's what writers do.
Kind of my whole stick.
You're in this story now.
Hey, that wasn't anywhere near me. That doesn't count.
There would be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never.
I know, editors are important.
Cause I'm gonna.
I'm the ideas man. The editor is the, you know,
the writer.
Yeah.
You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work.
I don't have my work with me, but
He just called himself shitty.
yeah.
Oh, so these QR codes, remember these?
Oh yeah.
Now instead of leading to places like Alan Wake Facebook page, they lead to videos on YouTube leading up to Alan Wake 2.
I'm not able to read it off my TV. Yeah, shit.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can find them without the QR code.
Not as
you just
cool,
look up Alan Wake QR videos or something like that.
That's missing the whole interactive experience.
Yeah, but you missed my point about Alan Wake 2, Luke.
Eh.
It exists. It's real. After
Is anything
10
real?
years.
Isn't that the thesis of this game? What is real?
I mean, kind of.
Also, writers are pretentious assholes.
That's the real point. Oh man, remember when you made the first 2 videos of this, and I thought that I could make more than one edited video a week, and that worked out really well?
Yeah.
We sure finished this game off.
Well. Yeah, that's right. That was at that point, wasn't it? I am glad we're coming back to this game because this was one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I couldn't do it for the channel because I didn't have any time anymore.
Best videos.
This way!
Minus Rocket League. Yeah.
Hurry!
This guy's kind of demanding.
Don't tell me to hurry. I'll make my own choices.
It's coming! Inside now!
No, I'm not going inside.
Get inside!
No.
Give me your gun.
Yeah.
You get inside.
Go! Get inside the cabin!
Yeah, what happens is you should never go inside.
Well, you know. Oh, we just go inside.
You go inside.
Oh no!
See, if we had both gone inside in that whole time, this would have been fine.
No! Damn it, die! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Oh.
There was no way out except this other door.
Oh no, the TVs. They're spooky.
It's a good thing I'm not good at listening to commands, or I might die.
What's that book on the end table? Probably
Oh,
don't
the
have time to
book?
go in.
Conspiracy and... It's Conspiracy of
Flicker and
Faith.
Oh, okay. On the bullet.
Thomas Zane as the diver. Ow! Alright. Okay, do I have to, like... Oh, there we go.
Follow the light.
I don't think that Tom the Diver poster was there in the original, come to think of it.
Yeah, like everything is beyond even vaguely familiar. It's fairly familiar, but I don't know if I would be
It's
able
almost
to...
exactly the same, but I don't think that poster was there. Everything is like higher detailed models and higher detailed textures, and like,
It goes like this.
but most everything else is the same. Like even the animations, there's like a little bit of tweaking to the animations, especially the facial animations, to better match the new faces.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that's about it.
To its ports I beam. Do you understand? No. Follow my light.
You know what movie this reminds me of? Is
What?
The Lighthouse, which I think
You probably said
discussed
that exact
previously.
same thing the first
No,
time
I
around.
haven't seen it last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The darkness thing.
Maybe back then I mentioned, there's this weird looking movie called The Lighthouse I want to see. I don't know if the timeline matches up exactly.
The hitchhiker has been
Cool movie, that one.
dark presence. You can't.
Weird as shit.
Darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away. and make
Hey.
him vulnerable again.
He just gives it a little bump. Get away.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Damn it.
I'm using Energizer. I need Duracell.
Oh, that's another thing that changed. It's no longer Energizer batteries.
Oh,
Yeah. There's also no Verizon advertisements anymore either, both of which I'm glad are gone.
Take the gun.
yeah, that's an okay subtraction. Both.
Oh, they did the. I'm playing on PS5, so they've apparently also added the haptic triggers that felt weird to pull the trigger on that gun.
I love, like, God, I love those controllers.
In the nightmare,
They're very cool.
A terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Like, I kept thinking, you know, the 360 controller was like, damn, this feels great. I mean, after the Xbox, the original Xbox, I was going to call it the Xbox One because, you know, order. But those were unwieldy behemoths.
Damn it.
And then they came out with the 360, and those felt great. And then the One controllers were like, damn, this just feels good. I never really liked the PlayStation controllers. They just felt wrong.
No, they feel weird.
Yeah. So I thought the Xbox One controllers were like, damn, all right, they got it. And then, yeah, PS5 comes out, like, holy shit.
It would be cool to have the form factor of the Xbox controller with the technology of the PS5 controller.
That's weird. Now that Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard, it seems like, damn, what a move, by the way. Now it's like PS5 has the controllers, but Xbox is absorbing every possible game studio they can. And Game Pass is amazing. They're not
Activision Blizzard is a somewhat troubled company at the moment, though.
Yeah, it's hopefully, like, I don't know, are they gonna just like clear house and upper management and just like
there's a clause in Bobby Kotick's contract that, like, he gets a ton of money if he gets fired by when the company gets taken over. So they're not, it sounds like.
When they were thinking about it, it was like, all right, we're going to buy it for this much. We're going to pay him up this much because we're going to fire him day one. Or not. Maybe they'll just, you know, he'll promise I'll do better. And they'll say, okay.
Wait, what's this lighthouse called? Rain Cove Point. Oh, I should probably run.
I like how there's, like, literally the sky is falling and you stop to read the sign. Ooh, what's that?
Well, what is life if we don't learn, Luke? Take a moment and smell the signposts.
The lighthouses? Life is like a giant lighthouse.
Life is like a thermos of coffee.
Thermos of coffee.
Yeah, well, you know. I said that way because I haven't had my coffee yet.
See, understand.
Man, you have no butt, do you, Alan Wake? It's flat.
Or should I say Hank Hill?
That's how we know. That's the identifying feature.
Easy. Alan, wake up.
Alan.
Shh, baby.
Wake.
Just another nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you take his first initial and his last name, it's Awake. Awake.
You
Same
know,
with Alice Wake.
Go through and see exactly how many things we say exactly the same, or at least very close.
Probably gone over exactly this. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, did we even say back then, man, if we ever play this game again, are we going to say the same things over? And then, boom, right there, you're in like a recursive loop of trying to keep track of how many times that counts as. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Just kidding, I have microphone problems to fix.
That will take all day. We're familiar.
You know, it's one of those things, yeah, where it's like everything should work, so it's going to be some stupid solution that'll take too many hours to solve.
I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Like, I exhausted my knowledge of how to, because like everything's lined up, it's just not working. So it might be hardware, it might be my microphone or the cord. but they were working earlier today,
Hi.
so I have no idea.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
I'm sure it will go splendidly.
Did you hear that, honey? You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maid, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader.
Don't mean to face away from you.
I hope this isn't too
There we go.
presumptuous of me, but
That's right. And turn eye contact. 3, 2, 1. Look away.
Lessons on being human.
I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my...
Alan Wake, or should I call you Mark Zuckerberg?
I'm sure.
fair enough. You can trust me to be this.
I wonder if he wrote a novel, what that would be like.
I hope you two have a lovely
I woke up as a human.
as I do every morning.
I have the common everyday urges to do human things, as humans do,
Very nice.
and I did
Got a
them.
couple of really good
No reptiles here, I thought to myself.
Yeah?
With my human brain.
How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got...
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word.
I looked at my wife lovingly, which was a ruse because she is not a reptile. I mean, did I say that?
Relax and recharge.
Okay, this is your editor, right? I was...
Yeah, Barry's my, no, he's my agent. He's my agent.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
Aw.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is...
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Just before we go back to the car, you may remember this guy from the last time we played. The kidnapper.
Okay.
Just a little Easter egg. They put him on the boat.
You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements.
I probably didn't show that the first time because that would have been spoilers. But we played it now.
Yeah, I think you may have said something like, "Oh, it was the guy on the boat," and I was like, "I have no."
Oh, okay,
fucking clue.
maybe I did.
But-
Man, this is all rehashes.
I'll pick you
Man.
up there in, say, 15 minutes.
See, and you, when we did the videos previously, you had already played through, correct?
Yeah, I've played this game a
Yeah.
lot.
Go on. I'll promise to behave.
So you were saying things, not trying to reveal them to me, who I hadn't
But
seen
like
it.
being like elbow, wink, wink.
Forgotten there were still
Uh-huh.
places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep
Thank
it-
goodness.
Okay.
That needed saving.
Right. So much for
Try the
quiet
coffee.
vacation.
Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Oh, I don't think I caught that before. Because he gets taken over by the darkness later.
Favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
It does that. Get stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack. Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it.
Yeah, these guys are great.
Gone to hell.
I can't stick around there, though, because that's a copyrighted song. We have to talk over it.
Yeah.
Don't go in there.
Hello.
You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to
Does look pretty spooky,
I
though.
wanted to find Stucky,
wanna die,
to get the
do
key
you?
and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
But why write if not for the overzealous adoration of fans?
Well, you know,
Isn't that the whole
self-fulfillment or, you know, personal goals. The joy of creation. No?
What's
None of
that?
those?
No.
Hello?
No, it's that cocaine hit to the ego, you know?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet you.
No. No, it's okay.
I insist.
She insists.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Okay.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can
Oh, I dropped my wallet. I gotta go check on the wallet that I dropped, Luke.
I
Whoa!
hadn't seen her leave, but the old lady was gone.
Couldn't be that she walked out a door.
Not that one, especially.
It was a couple days ago. Watched Pet Cemetery by Stephen King. That was, I mean, it was done in like the late '80s, so the movie had aged. You know,
I don't know that I've seen a single Stephen King movie.
It's pretty good. You're like,
I
even,
should
Carrie
check some of those out. No, not Carrie either.
The Shining.
Local musicians.
You haven't seen The Shining?
No.
They wandered off from his clinic at the
What's the one where that lady like kidnaps a guy and like breaks his ankles? Is that a Stephen King one?
I think so.
Okay, I've seen that.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates is in it.
To work as soon as Dr. Hartman gets here, Rose. Oh, but I'm not looking forward to the poison we have at the Park Cafe.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Bye.
Mission accomplished.
Nothing but normal humans in there. Nothing creepy happened.
I got some flashlights.
Okay, yeah, that was Stephen King.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Pat Main here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Nova says that the Kathy Bates one is Misery. I don't know if you said that when you looked it up. But...
yeah. I'm just seeing now, too, they remade Pet Cemetery in 2019. I saw the, like, was it 87 or something?
It's gorgeous.
There's
It's something.
some old southern guy I know talks with a big old drawl all the time, and you can't quite tell why he's sad. And, like, he kind of weaves in and out of accents the way actors do in the olden times.
The fear of darkness.
The way that you do when you try.
No, like, I mean, yes.
But
like,
they can get into it in the first place. Haha!
Exactly.
Got to be able to weave in to be able to weave out.
True, yeah. Can't have one without the other. But just like how older movies, and the 80s weren't even that long ago, but like how movies have just changed so much in that time.
It's dark in there.
Just the style and the acting and the editing and the cinematography and the, and the editing, because dear God, some old Pet Sematary is pretty good. Some movies where they're just like, why is that a part of it? Like, that has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't come back. They're just like...
The Deer Fest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. A famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later.
This would be a really cool cabin to stay at.
That would be sweet.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Oh, have you seen Secret Window?
Yes. Is that a Stephen King one?
Yep.
Okay, I've seen 2 Stephen King movies.
The Mist? Where they're stuck in that convenience store and it's foggy?
Nope. Oh no, the fog.
Great.
Well, Rose just gave us away. Told everyone on the radio that we're here. So that's nice.
Shit. Stephen King did the story for Shawshank Redemption.
Had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
TZ and BJ.
Please keep this family friendly.
That's not what.
Old generator is connected.
Luke.
Clean it up.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay. I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
But then, the twist, the start of the action of the plot happened. What's that called in the graph? The rising action or something?
Alice?
Oh god. Flashbacks to like 8th grade. I think so, yeah.
I have a surprise for you.
Surprise for me?
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Oh.
Could have been the surprise.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice! Everyone keeps...
Hey! Just hear me out! There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No!
Yes!
It's not like that. That's not...
Fucking nut.
Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Yeah, Nova, that's because he's getting real defensive because he's kind of an actual asshole.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a good partner, at least.
Not really.
What the hell?
Not easy to be with.
Alice? Alice?
Well, her initials are awake, too.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I thought you said his word.
I did, and then I said hers weren't.
Oh, I didn't listen to that part.
Clearly.
Keep going.
You got about a 50-50 chance of listening to anything you say, you know.
It's probably
and then the rest,
that's a good
I
ratio.
go back and watch the videos to hear what I missed.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead.
I'm like 90% positive I said this in the last ones, but he has that Patrick Bateman voice. The Christian Bale, Patrick Bateman.
I think you said that.
By Dr. Emil.
Yeah. So I'll say it again. He sounds like Patrick Bateman.
I think we should just embrace that that's just going to happen and not, like, meta that every single time it comes up. Hey, remember when we said that thing that we said last? Let's just, we'll embrace it, we'll say it, and it'll happen.
Then every time we say something, we get double content, because we can say the thing we're going to say and go, well, I bet we said that before.
But
and it'll keep things moving. That's called rising action, Reese, like you alluded to. Leading to the conflict where you try to strangle me from across Discord.
Like, for instance, I'm about to make a joke about writer's lungs.
Hello?
And I'm not going to reference that we said that before.
See, I like how you twisted it this time, saying not. Yeah. Is that meta? Not quite. Getting there. Sorry, that's a copyrighted word now.
Loose sheets of paper.
Oh, fuck. We're gonna get sued.
Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never.
I should become a metaverse lawyer.
I was named
Like,
the author. I hadn't written it.
there's probably going to be like a Supreme Court in the metaverse.
Scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an
And I could be like meta corrupt and get like meta favors.
With
for
meta
NFTs
money
and
that isn't
stuff.
good for
Yeah.
anything.
JPEGs, Reese. JPEGs. Think of the possibilities.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
I always wonder with writers, like, if there's that fine line of you wrote something, you know it's good, but then when you come back to it, do you automatically hate it? Like, or do you just go, like, "Fuck,
there is a
that's good."
tendency to not really like your own work because you understood, you remember the process of what it took to get there instead of just seeing the product that you have.
Right.
So you see a whole bunch of flaws rather than just
Maybe I
looking
wouldn't
at
have to
the
hike
whole
all the way
as
down to the
by
gas
itself.
station to find a phone.
That's where it'd be tough, like in the mood when you're writing it and you got it and you're like, yeah, that's right. Tonally, everything, you're feeling it, you submit it, but then, yeah, read it again, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is some silly, pretentious bullshit.
Oh, sorry, Bob and Fluffs. So the plot as to now is we've gone on vacation with our wife, Alice. It turned out to be a secret trap that, like, she was taking us to see Dr. Emil Hartman, a therapist who specializes in getting creators to be unblocked so they can create again. And then we got angry about it because we're dicks. And then the weird funeral lady dragged our wife into Cauldron Lake, and we jumped in after her, and we woke up in a car crash, and we lost some time in between that.
I need help.
Listen, I need to...
I like, was that the royal we of weird dicks?
Yeah.
Because you're so important as a writer.
Yes.
Ducky, pleased to meet you.
And this is the guy who was supposed to give us our keys before.
Reservation deposit required.
But he seems ornery. He needs a nap.
Oh, we've also started finding pages of a manuscript that we wrote, but we don't remember writing.
All right, I'll do better to stay on the chat instead of looking up Stephen King movies.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Yeah. God, he can jump.
Mm-hmm.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
See, good movie.
Still need to see it. I should check it out at some point. I promise I will. Ooh, see, the batteries, they aren't Energizer anymore. They're just...
Oh, nice. Just batteries.
Bright Volts.
My favorite brand.
Because it's Bright Falls.
Oh,
and also
yeah.
bright, like, lights and electricity and, you know, power,
good
batteries.
Crossover
Yeah.
opportunity. That's pretty good. It's like actually a little clever.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello?
I think the phone lines are down. Don't do that. Don't do that. He did it. Okay. All right. Out the door. Ow. Oh, I touched the electricity.
Damn, that's a whole ass building. Now it's down there.
Damn. That's exactly what happened.
The bulldozer
I could write stories.
at the office. I hope Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
I'm pretty sure I saw Stucky run away from the bulldozer, so I don't think he's down there. Turn on the light, please.
Can you rotate it?
No, that is not
right.
one that rotates.
You have the strength of a novel writer.
That's right. Oh no, a small light. I can't deal with that.
I never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared.
Has this guy ever shot a gun even out of range? Probably not.
What's to know? Point it at the thing you want to die, and then shoot.
It's really pretty
Someone
simple.
had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Oops, I shot myself in the foot.
I mean, to do the cool, like, you know, disassemble it in one fell swoop and, you know, look at the camera and wink, that takes a little skill.
The dark forest was
First of all, you have to
the
set
last
up the
place I wanted to
camera.
go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
And this just makes me want to watch more Stephen King. It's like Pet Sematary.
Fuck.
I watched that the other night. Cool ass movie. The story was just. I love the Stephen King kind of mood where he like, I'm not gonna fucking tell you what's going on. It's just gonna be scary. There won't be answers, but it'll be good. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
Rose knew she had been gushing.
You've got some quote of how like
As far as she was
doing it that way is better. Like if you explain everything, there's no mystery, there's no horror.
That was
like,
the intro quote to this game. That's why you're remembering that.
She was pretty.
Wow, I've seen it all other places too. I was probably, you know, Googling something or trying to get my mic working or something.
What was that?
Ah, yes, the wind.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
In Pet Cemetery, when, you know, some just ungodly noises coming from the forest. Like the first time he's going to the burial ground or whatever. And the old, wise, southern-ish guy who was inexplicably in Maine his entire life, said something, I forgot exactly what, but it was basically like, oh, yeah, raccoons are out or some shit. Just like, no? That was...
Oh, those raccoons.
Maybe he said it was the wind, but like, yeah, whatever he said was just like, no? Why this guy followed him just inexplicably?
Well, I've never heard what raccoons sound like, so I guess he's right.
Maybe you're right.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing.
In the story, they moved from Chicago, so that's
after his
believable.
were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they
were the raccoons for summoning Satan.
But Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that. Not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
That'd be something more like Woodland Critter Christmas, you know, when the raccoons are summoning Satan. Hey, I'll Satan!
What, is that a real thing you referenced?
South Park.
Oh, okay.
Have you not
Oh,
seen
I think I
Woodland?
have seen that episode, come to think of it.
And then they reprise their roles in Imagination Land. Three-parter. Great stuff. High-quality literary storytelling.
Mm-hmm. Logging is a hazardous occupation. You can get shot.
Yeah. Some deranged writer will come into your workplace. Got a flashlight.
God damn it, again? Get out of here.
The third writer this week.
You don't understand. The darkness. The darkness. Yeah. Shut up. Get out of here. Get out. Go on.
Yeah, it's dark. We're working overtime. I gotta provide for my family. Get the hell out.
Taken. They're taken.
Uh-oh. What if Liam Neeson is the darkness? He'll never survive.
But he has a series of special skills or something.
You know, I've never seen those movies. I think I saw like half of the third one.
Half of the third one?
At a hotel or something.
How'd you manage that?
To go to probably like a wedding or something. I don't remember. And it was on TV, so I was like, all right, fine. Like, I don't think the plot's really that important. We know that Liam Neeson is trying to find somebody. But very.
They did the same thing with Harrison Ford for a few movies, where he was always trying to find somebody.
The staircase was broken.
Give me back my family.
Some other way.
Yeah.
And then he gets back his family.
What movies was he in? Patriot Games, definitely. Or like Nick Cage knows a secret, but nobody believes him. Been probably a couple months now, but rewatched Knowing.
Damn it.
Or The Knowing. I think it's just Knowing. Weird, kind of a cool movie. Like, not great, but it's fun. It was a good, fun movie.
That was a ringing endorsement. It was, you know, movie. Sure had
some interview,
actors.
something kind of recently with Nick Cage, and he was talking about like movies to revisit and underrated movies that he's done, and he brought that one up. And I was like, yeah, it was, you know, man's done a lot of
had
movies.
A beginning
but...
and a middle and an end. Damn.
And the ending was insane. Like, it was kind of a normal, like, first and second act or whatever. He knows something, he's going a little crazy, nobody believes him. And then it just goes wild toward the end. It was fun.
I heard them before I saw them.
Had a little bit of like Prometheus, little Adam and Eve allegory at the end.
For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes. black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
There's no ammo for the shotgun in here? Guess not.
Alright, so I see now they're being summoned by Hugo. Who is Hugo?
He's the kid from the Swarm of Rats game, A Plague Tale, Innocence.
Yes, okay. I was gonna say, I feel like I should know this. That seems familiar.
Seems like something that we've done on this channel.
Yeah. Hey, you know, our body of work is just so prolific.
It's vast, yeah.
Keep track. It's fun to call it a body of work. It sounds so fancy.
All we really did was play video games.
No, we established a body of work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing this whole time.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure.
Damn it, the dog dies in this one too.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, you know, if anyone...
Gotta bring him to the pet cemetery.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's
Dumb
out
dog.
there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a good night now.
That owner called his dog dumb, Luke.
Sorry, I had a violent sneeze.
All right,
First, I kept
good to know.
turning the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
It's not that close.
Yeah.
Closer, I suppose, is a relative term, so that works. Still.
Closer than Mars.
Damn. Told him.
That'll put it in perspective.
A lot of axe murderers out tonight. Leaving their coffee thermoses everywhere.
You gotta be alert when you're axe
Can you
murdering.
guys not run so fast? I have writer's lungs. It's an affliction. Uh-oh. I think I went the wrong way.
Fucking yourself off a cliff there. There you go.
A page. Guys, stop. I have to read.
I stepped into the gas station.
Luckily, time does stop.
It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Ow! Dear Diary, today logging workers tried to kill me.
Okay, and I am seeing it is based on Bright Falls, Washington, so it is Pacific.
Oh, okay, there's a real place called Bright Falls. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
I think... Okay, small fictional town of Bright Falls, Washington.
Oh, okay.
I think
well
going on Twin Peaks a little bit, Pacific Northwest.
Yes, it is kind of Twin Peaks influenced for sure.
Yeah, northern coastal town, just west instead of east.
There's also an episode of X-Files about a writer who can make things real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seemed to be very much like this, actually. I hadn't watched it the first time we played this game on the channel, but I have now. And boy, very reminiscent.
I have seen a bit of X-Files. It's a vibe. Okay, you watched. I have not seen The Lamb yet.
Well, they're not gonna drink it, Nova. They don't need it anymore. It's not stealing coffee if they don't need it anymore. So it would say if I wrote the law.
And it's not cold coffee because it's in a thermos.
Well, it depends on how long it's been sitting, doesn't it?
Well, those look like good thermoses. You know.
Mankind. Newton.
Nice. Some Twilight Zone.
But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
These are real, like, they have, like, a few episodes of this show that you can watch. You can either watch them on the TV or you can dig into the PC game files and, like, just watch the videos. They're probably on YouTube.
Prequel web series called Bright Falls.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I meant to watch that at some point and I never did. There was also word a while ago of the Alan Wake TV show that I never heard if it got canceled or anything, so as far as I know, it's still in progress.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
What did that do? Well, I guess that button doesn't do anything. Ooh, a crate of ammo, as you find in logging areas.
You know, it's a rough and tumble crowd. Bring guns to work. Just in case another writer shows up.
Liars! Patience!
All I'm seeing is that as of December 2020, the television show is still being developed.
Okay. If that ever happens, I'm very excited.
That'd be cool.
I believe that's Carl Stuckey again, doing the yelling. Damn it, damn it.
Who's that doing the accent? Oh, you're getting sniped. You done died.
This is harder for me on controller.
I'm curious, what's worse? Cold, hot coffee or warm, iced coffee? What would you rather have?
I don't like coffee. Everyone always says that when I say I don't like coffee. They just go... I don't get it. I don't get drinking it. It's a very bitter substance that tastes bad.
tell it tastes good. You know, all you gotta do is just force yourself to drink it.
See, people do the same thing with beer. Oh, you don't like it until you do. Just drink something good.
Yeah, beer.
No.
Well, I'll be honest. Most people like bad beer.
All beer is bad by nature of being beer.
Like spoiled water. You know, I'm not a fan. Then again, I've been told I have snobby taste in beer, so I guess I'm one of those IPA guys that likes, you know, flavor in beer.
Damn.
I mean,
call him out, Luke. Call him out. Stand still, Stucky. Let me shoot you. Or be your friend. I'll be your friend with bullets.
Yeah, see, I also did not like coffee at all until I started working where I work, and it became kind of a necessity. And then it's like, yep, I'm just gonna drink coffee now because that's the only legal stimulant widely available.
I mean, there's any caffeinated soda.
Yeah, soda's so bad for you, though.
I suppose.
As long as you, like, brush your teeth, that's about it. All you gotta do.
The gas station alive.
It's not the #1 leading cause of obesity.
It's probably the #1 leading cause of addiction to caffeine.
Seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Yeah. Back earlier on, I was still trying to avoid the reality of coffee being, like,
after the insanity I
the only thing to drink.
The lights
and got some of those caffeine pills. Those are awful.
That's worse. That's worse.
Yeah, learn that. It was like, okay, like I don't like coffee, but caffeine would be good. All right, let's see. No, bad, horrible, bad idea.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Well, it's a good thing I put him out of his misery then.
Yeah.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
I think it's pretty fair to say that Alan Wake is pretty crazy.
Reese, I'm getting breaking news. This is a Bad Defaults exclusive.
Whoa.
Tom Brady retired.
Wow.
I know.
Do I care?
If only Adam was here, then I could talk to somebody.
Yeah, sorry. Wrong guy.
Listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad
It's supposed to be like Crater Lake. Isn't that in Oregon?
Okay.
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake.
Maybe it's in Oregon or maybe it's Crater Lake.
This place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest.
Crater Lake is in Oregon. Confirmed. Wikipedia.
With Alice.
dun, dun. And this is probably a copyrighted song, so let's talk over it, I guess.
Talk, talk, talky, talk. Talky, talk, talk.
I guess we gotta skip it because, yeah, this is definitely a licensed piece of music.
I mean, as long as we're talking, the audio profile will
it
not...
won't be able to pick it up. I know that.
So as long as we keep vamping about needing to vamp and talk over this...
Well, that's pretty useless, so I'm gonna skip it.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife,
Thank
Alice.
God.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Nova, does kombucha count as an alcoholic beverage?
I think I prefer a mug of dirt to kombucha.
Worst weather I've ever seen.
It's one and the same, Reese. What are you talking about?
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that
Soup.
coffee.
There's an option.
I'll go put it on.
By the way, this is the flashback to New York I mentioned.
Oh, yes.
Man, I'm so pretty.
All right, it says so on the bottle, but it says trace amounts. Nobody's ever gotten tipsy on
Coffee's
kombucha. Well, that's probably a lie. Some people
I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
can't account for some people's behavior.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on
Yeah,
your
this has got to
desk.
be like a $10,000 a month apartment in New York.
Absolutely.
Done this quickly.
But that's how successful a writer he is, you see.
Perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Wink. Another QR code for the special
These look
Alan
really
Wake
good.
2 prequels.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last...
Oh yeah, I probably
true.
I probably played these last time anyway, but these are the have you played Max Payne?
Unless we have, then no.
God
And I don't
damn it.
think we have.
It's an old Remedy game. And the joke is that Alan Wake wrote Max Payne. In this he's called Alex Casey instead of Max Payne, but this is James McCaffrey's voice doing very much a Max Payne thing.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
I love James McCaffrey's voice.
Good voice.
Was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
I'm here.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
That's not where the fuse box is. There it is.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Just real quick. Why do we have a panoramic of the city when we could just look out at the city?
Hi.
You okay?
You can't look out right now.
I'm sorry.
How do you know that you're in New York unless you have photos of New York
really
everywhere?
spooked me.
That's true.
Don't worry.
Good point, Luke.
We'll just break out the candles.
Like you're just shining the flashlight right at her.
Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Yeah, unlike all those other times you're prepared for the power to go out.
I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Good.
Great.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head. I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest.
Pretty ugly, if you ask me.
If you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like
Yeah, you know, I've been fishing a couple times. And I was like, it's thrilling when you get a bite and you reel it in, but then you like have a fish to deal with, and that's not ever my
gross.
favorite. Yeah, we have to, like,
Put it back.
Even to release it, you gotta grab it and unhook and say, yeah. I guess I'm a city boy at heart. I don't know. Like how everybody thinks snakes are all slimy, like fish are actually slimy and gross.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver.
Don't like them.
Everything seems
They taste great, some of them.
I don't have the luxury
But,
of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
On my way.
Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Bob says that the fishing rod is bent the wrong way.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Because it's supposed to, like, bend towards the water so that when you, like, pull it, it holds that tension.
So the loopy things are supposed to be on the bottom of the rod?
You're good
Yeah.
to know, Mr. Wake.
Okay.
Sarah's probably
Or the winder thing. You see, I don't even know the words for it. The handle part that you turn.
That you wind.
With the line. That's supposed to be on the other side.
Huh.
maybe he loosened it and spun it around just to gaslight Alan Wake into thinking that he's crazy and something's wrong here.
that fishing rod is how we know this is all a dream.
The battery is dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
I watched the latest SNL on Hulu, and they had a funny gaslighting, like
I walked out of the cabin.
Movie choice, whatever. Like Keegan Thompson was like hosting a movie viewing, and there was of Gaslight, the old movie, and it was funny. Just what was it? Will Forte and Kate McKinnon.
Excuse me, I need to take this.
Good stuff. That was a pretty funny episode. I think I've got an unpopular opinion because I've always gotten a kick out of SNL lately.
Stop talking to the law.
I don't think I've seen it
Between
in a
that
long
and
time.
liking IPAs and coffee, I guess I'm just, beating to my own drum.
I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake.
She didn't.
Through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him.
Yeah.
You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Good story.
Hello. Oh, okay, I'm back.
In spite of its human mass, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. The early morning.
Guess somebody in that cell liked my writing to keep that page.
The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Well, now someone else in the chat is telling me the fishing rod is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Alright, we got one liar in the chat, I guess. Is it Bob or is it Full-Time Savage 1?
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake.
Also, welcome Full-Time Savage 1. I don't think I've seen you before. Maybe you've been.
Yeah, welcome.
We got Jeffrey, we got Nova.
The waterfall in the mountain behind us.
Yeah, Bob.
The lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
He said, as Harrison Ford or Liam Neeson.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
I hope in the new Batman, Robert Pattinson gets the chance to yell, "Where is Rachel?"
I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to
I had
meet
to return some
Alice's
videotapes.
kidnappers.
That was the worst fucking Patrick Bateman ever attempted. You get my gist.
Ooh, a radio. Before I do anything, I have to play the radio.
That would be kind of funny to throw in a little nod, like, I had this nagging sense that I had videotapes to return, but it was only a nightmare.
Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and
it wasn't me.
two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
And everybody listened to their radio station host, and nobody got hurt for the rest of Alan Wake's time at Deer Fest.
That reveals the world of his story from darkness.
Everybody had a fun time and got an Uber home.
Carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson...
I wonder if there's like a Stephen King text generator, like that Deepak Chopra generator.
Oh.
Just scary sounding things.
Of course, I can assure you that my
somebody should get on that.
Been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Generation. There we go.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
You gotta play Sudoku. That'll cure up that dementia.
Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
You're a jealous fella. Nobody talks to my wife.
Did you look at my wife?
Who are you? I'm Barry Wheeler.
I'm very insecure.
Agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once.
I like that we get to meet Barry.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right.
For episode 1, I had a hunch that Barry would just be on the phone forever and we'd never know if he's a real person. But he's a real person.
Get me out of here.
A real person with a real jacket.
What the hell was that about?
I watched that episode of Bob's Burgers where Tina goes to horse camp, but her imaginary horse gets jealous and she misses her imaginary horse. So like for the final demonstration, when all the parents come, instead of riding a real live horse, Tina jumps on her imaginary horse and rides around, neighing and jumping and things. Pretty fantastic. So maybe that was tainting my vision of Barry. I think he should have stayed imaginary. Or not stayed imaginary, but, you know, talk to him on the phone.
Phone man.
Yeah, a phone man, exactly.
But when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled it.
You've never seen Bob's Burgers, so I digress. I might as well talk about Tom Brady retiring.
Another story. I had a midnight appointment with the
in today's installment of things that Reese doesn't care about but should. Like coffee, Tom Brady, Bob's Burgers.
I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
And Barry's a little creepy. He has those lingering eyes.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is
no, just at doctors.
She's a very nice girl.
Just at everybody who has ever looked at my wife. She's my wife, not yours. I get to look at her.
And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously.
Part of my wedding vows. I promise if anybody looks at you, I will assault them.
And his
till
body
death do us
just
part.
disappeared. When was the last time you
Amen.
slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
Yes, but no.
Barry, I'm missing a week.
Yes, but that's not the point.
Everything's just what it sounds like when you say stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start,
Of course, I've been drinking. I'm a writer.
you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
All right, wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
I think that was a Zugma.
Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Priest, do you know what a Zugma is?
I have no idea.
A kidnapper? Those
It
situations
is,
always
and I
end up in
quote,
disaster.
the Oxford Dictionary, a figure of speech in which a word applies to two others in different senses. So when he said, I would shake your hands, but mine are full here, his hands weren't literally full, but he would literally shake your hand. So that was a literary device. Very, very well done.
I see.
Crazy all this sounds.
Thanks, Luke.
Trying to pull a joke on me.
AP11, anybody? Yeah, let's go.
Aha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I think I only remember that one because it just sounds so silly. Zugma. Like, who the hell came up with that? However many
Probably a writer.
literary devices we studied in high school, that's the only one I remember. Yeah, probably a writer. Yeah, yeah.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all
Right
set.
before he bust into a logging company with a gun and a flashlight,
As writers do.
Oh, sure.
as they are wont to do.
Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot.
I'm gonna go meet the kidnapper at Lover's Peak.
You're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people
Yes.
who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Either you believe my insanity or you're fired. Well, all right, fine. I believe you.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
You should really.
I wish in the remaster they had added a sound to that lamp falling.
Oh yeah, I thought that it was kind of an awkward, but like it didn't quite work.
No, very quiet fall.
And like the camera panned down to it, like it was super important and dramatic, and it's like I feel like that would have had more effect if they just didn't focus on it. I don't know. Directorial edits on a 10-year-old game.
Yeah.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be
I'm not in the building anymore.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Literally, he pooped.
The shit was all over.
This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Raccoons.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end of the studio. Doc, what's your Deer Fest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
There was a man, Luke. Out the window.
I've heard footsteps.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Bat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the 5 times.
You weren't swinging a second ago. There. Showed it.
It was probably Barry or the raccoons. Either way, nothing to worry about. Yes, flying raccoons.
Yep. Ah, another Night Springs episode.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Yes.
Tonight's episode.
Oh, nothing in there.
Whoever wrote the Wikipedia entry on that said that it was a uncanny Rod Sterling impersonator that did the voice, and I must agree. That is a pretty good Rod Sterling.
Yeah, pretty good.
Didn't they like bring back the Twilight Zone for a couple seasons and it got canceled?
Yeah, it was one of the Key and Peele people did it. I don't remember which one of them.
Jordan Peele, probably.
Jordan Peele, yeah. I think it was him.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Did you ever watch the new Twilight Zone?
I have not.
I don't even know that I've seen much of the old Twilight Zone.
The air in the visitor.
Brian Tallarico of RogerEbert.com wrote that, quote, every episode in this trio disappoints to varying degrees.
Damn.
Too. I think, yeah, because it was 19 to 20. Looks like it got canceled.
Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild.
Yeah, okay. February 21, the producers announced it would not return.
Mr. Wake.
That could be a really cool, like, if it was done well, and Jordan Peele would be somebody to do it well, so I'm kind of surprised it didn't work out. Like, the idea just as a intellectual property, as everything is, you know, going these days.
The vision left me weak.
It has potential.
There was no head injury.
I've seen all the original ones, like, probably 4 times over. Fucking great. I love it.
I'll get to you. I'll get to you. Gotta get this coffee.
Well, it's a
I
big
hear you.
premise.
I hear you,
That big
Rusty.
one.
But man, there's pages all over, Rusty. You seen these?
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. The ranger's office was locked.
All right, now that I've looked for everything, I'll go help Rusty.
Hello?
Back here. I'm back here.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far.
I'm gonna take your
Rusty
gun.
had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
That thing never comes to life,
To
does
make
it?
sure that Rusty was
No,
safe.
unfortunately.
Was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
It was similar to Twilight Zone getting canceled. What was that?
I said take their shit.
Too late.
I just stole some stuff.
yeah.
Destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way
An
to get the
axe
lights
murderer
back.
tried to murder electricity.
And he succeeded.
Goddamn electricity! We were finding this town without you. Have this.
The ground was covered with oil.
That's what I imagined.
Like liquid
That was uncanny, Luke.
Goddamn
It was so uncanny you couldn't can it. That's what that word means, right? Something that you can't can.
Yeah, you know, I've never really thought about the origin of uncanny. I'm too Google. I just like
Rusty.
Uncanny Origins. Apparently, that's a 1996 comic series by Marvel.
Something had torn
to
a
get more
man-sized
specific.
hole in the wall.
But no, there was that Lovecraft Country. Do you ever dive into any H.P. Lovecraft?
No, I haven't.
Some good stuff too. Good horror. I mean, he was like a, you know, avowed
Big ol' racist.
Yeah, yeah. So there is that. But you know,
That's about all I know about
yeah, like fucking classic, like really cool stories. You know, marred by his affinity for shittiness, of course. But Lovecraft Country was like a...
Yeah, I remember that was an
I
HBO
haven't
show
even seen
for at least one season. I don't know how many seasons it ended up getting, but I remember seeing something about that.
And apparently, like, everybody loved it. It like won a bunch of Emmys, and then they canceled it after one season.
Oh.
Sounds like there was a lot of behind-the-scenes toxicity.
Ah.
But, like, just Lovecraft in general, the whole, like, lore about his whole world was just... I love it. So between the Twilight Zone getting canceled, Lovecraft getting canceled... Yeah. I'm not a... I mean, we've discussed this probably at length now in the channel, but, like, our horror affinities... I said horror like fucking Andy Samberg.
My horror affinity goes as far as I don't like horror. I don't. I don't like it.
Yet
And
here we are playing a horror.
This is not a horror game. This is a psychological thriller with horror elements.
Okay, that's fair.
It's just heavy on the spook vibes. You know?
Heavy on the spook vibes. You should be a film critic. That's like Midsummer, too. It wasn't a horror, it was heavy on the spook vibes.
Oh, jeez.
Lighthouse, too. Like, basically all the movies I like are like this, where it's heavy on the spook vibes, but like slashers, jump scares. It's just there's really simple horror that I just don't like, but the psychological stuff I'm all about. Lovecraft gets it. Stephen King gets it.
In that last instant of consciousness,
Twilight Zone gets it.
About Rose.
Right.
He was older than she was. Rose was.
Barry believes us now, by the way.
But she made him feel young. And forget what a train.
Yeah, he saw from the window that like, oh shit, supernatural shit is happening.
You know, I think Bob found a loophole in the plot.
What?
You'd think the shadow demons would just put on SPF 1000 by now.
Oh, yeah. That'd do it.
Maybe they're not pattern recognizing beings. You know, maybe they're a simpler life form.
Oops, don't
Although
jump.
the supernatural origins would suggest some sort of, not a hive mind, but like, wouldn't they be able to? They have some intelligence. Couldn't they just go, buy a bunch of sunscreen?
Well, it's more like the darkness, the entity that controls them all has
like
some
the
intelligence.
flood, right? It's the flood. Same thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to relate everything back to Halo.
Everything is one, Reese. Haven't you read Eckhart Tolle? Is that his name? Is that how you say it? Ooh, stalactites and stalagmites.
Oh.
All right, here's a pop quiz. Which one are stalactites? Which ones are stalagmites?
Tights are the ones on the top. Mites are the ones on the bottom.
Well, look at you, fucking. All right. You don't know the stigma, but you paid attention in science class. Okay.
Oh, but going back to the spook vibes.
To be clear, I don't know if you're correct. I'm just assuming you are.
Why'd you ask?
Just to get you to admit that you don't know, like most people. I don't know. Nova says tights are up, mites are down. See, I have not been able to remember that. I'm damn near 30, and I still can't remember whether tights are up or down. Same as like stop, drop, and roll. I thought at one point in my life it would play a much more vital role in my life to remember that. Like, I remember kind of stressing out not being able to remember, like, fuck, are stalactites the ones that are up? It doesn't really, like, you'll never be in a situation where that matters.
I was just in a situation where it matters.
Well,
you put
just
me
for
in it.
your reputation, not for any, like, life or death. Like, if this guy right
I could
here
have died, Luke.
If he said, tell me which way stalactites go, or I'll kill you.
Or I will shoot you.
Yeah. You know, that'll never actually happen.
I think you just did it.
Unless it does. That's right. Lamb is made by the same... See, yeah, no, but I think you talked about Lamb before. I had forgotten about it, to be entirely honest. I need to... Okay, folk horror. I got the Wikipedia up. That's on my list, for sure. The trick is, my girlfriend is not so into horror, so I have to, like, watch this alone at some point.
Which is even more spooky.
It is, but, like, the only time I'm alone is, like, during the day.
Okay.
Which is not the ideal time to watch a horror movie. Except Midsummer. I watched Midsummer in the middle of the day, but that entire movie takes place in the day, so it was appropriate. But I feel like other than that, you gotta watch horror movies at night.
Going back to our talk about Alan Wake and its spook vibes, Alan Wake 2,
yes,
Remedy has said, is going to be a true survival horror game. They're going heavy on the horror, and I am scared. Ow. Okay, you know what? You get a flare. That's what you get. Anyone else want some? Uh-oh.
Nope. Yep. That's what I think, like, as long as, going back to your statement about the vibe, as long as they keep the vibe, that could be a really cool move. Like,
I mean, it's still going to be heavy on the
keep the Stephen King.
Yeah, it's still going to be very, Alan Wake's going to narrate over the whole thing the way he does in his writer words. Everything is going to be writing focused, laden in metaphor.
Yeah, see, that's what I like, when you can't quite tell what's real, what's not, and it kind of doesn't matter because you still have to interact with what's not real as if it is, because they will kill you and you'll have to retry it. Like, as long as they can keep fucking with reality in the way that they do, like, I'm down for whatever they decide. As long as they don't go, like, abandon their roots and go just absolute horror game.
Lead writer Sam Lake has said that the time that it took to get to the point where they could make Alan Wake 2 has put it through so many iterations that he's extremely happy with it, with the way that the story has come out. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I worry about that because the more revisions, well, this can be true and also false, but
I have deep trust in Sam Lake.
Okay. I'll trust you.
Remedy Games has not made a bad game. Ever.
Control.
Fuck you. I'll kill you. Control is a great game, and it has an Alan Wake DLC.
Does it really?
Yes.
We should come back to Control, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, so we
vote
got
in
Alan
the chat
Wake.
if we should do a Control complete series, and then we'll ignore it and do it anyway. Haha.
Yeah, whatever the fuck you say, we're gonna do it. No, but you retracted a message. You should post that again. I didn't see what it was, but so we got this. Hitman is on Game Pass 1, 2, and 3, and we have not.
We haven't done 3.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that. So yeah, we got
some games we can do.
Possibilities coming up. Kind of like our greatest hits are available to stream now, so let's keep fucking doing that. I mean, Halo, it has been fantastic going through Halo.
That was a lot of fun.
And we got through Infinite. Now here we are, and it's AI Dungeon, fucking classic every time. Alan Wake, great
that fucking game.
Let's just keep going.
I turned the corner, afraid
that's my rant. Yeah, keep playing.
Okay.
Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Jeffrey says we should do Control, and we're going to cut off the vote there. That's 100% in favor. Wow. That's
almost seems like voter fraud. But...
Just cut it off as soon as I win.
What was that in Egypt once Abdel Fattah Sisi took power again, and then they had an election to confirm it, and he won like 97% of the vote? It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's just go with it.
Hey, I did the dodge move. You can't just...
But did you dip and dive? I don't
didn't
think so.
Dip and dive. I only dodged. I didn't duck either.
See, a controller only has so many buttons. You can't do all of them. That'd be funny if
Did you just be in favor of the PC Master Race?
Yeah. Okay, you've been convincing me over the years. I get it. Yes. Also, my TV where I'm sitting right now, in like my quote unquote studio room, is like a monitor, like it's low latency, like 0 latency, like everything works really well. If I play Halo up here, I go positive every time. If I play Halo in the living room, I fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like, I can play Madden down there. I know the timing. I just throw it off. But like Halo, it's way quicker. I can't do it.
The reaction time is important in a reaction-based game.
I mean, football is very timing-based, but there's a different equation at play, I guess.
Yeah.
So like up here, I can actually do okay. So I just have to play up here, and then we can do multiplayer again.
And he didn't like the trees or
Also, I'm falling behind on the chat. We watch stream and Discord horror. We watch and stream horror movies sometimes in the movie night Discord. I should go to those.
ran out of road and booze.
To control my vote counted. But the movement controls are better on a joystick.
He's talking about PC versus controller. And
I'm
he's
thinking
wrong.
Joystick, like fucking Flight Simulator joystick.
You can do smoother camera movements with a joystick. It's better for cinematography.
And we are a streaming station, so we should probably do that.
But I don't wanna. Can I just walk off here? Yep, can. Okay, let's get back up before it kills me. Oh, okay. It can't kill me. Good, because I fucking sucked at getting up there.
Hey, Clayton.
Hi, Clayton.
Now, one of the things I would love to have at some point in my life is like a full-on racing simulator battle station.
With, like a whole setup with like the wheel and the moving seat and
shifter. Yes, I would love that. I had a dream the other night that I was back in my Mazda RX-8 and I was shifting and I could feel it was like a lucid dream, but it wasn't lucid, but it was that vivid. And I was driving my RX-8, shifting and just driving fast and taking corners like I used to. And then my alarm went off and I woke up and all I can do is like,
more of them coming.
Take me, but like, no.
Put me back. I want to go back.
Because, yeah, that car is scrapped and it's gone. I miss it so bad. Also, I can't aim with a controller because I grew up on PC.
This is the kidnapper. I shoot the kidnapper. Oh, I don't have any guns.
Controller takes more skill. That's all. You know,
I lost my gun back.
Everybody that loves PC, they're just low skill tryhards.
Just keep that light steady on him.
It's just like, oh, let me go for the easy way.
I'm gonna let it go.
He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak.
Adam's not here, so somebody has to troll you. You know.
He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up.
Don't shoot that one. He's not undarknessed yet. Now shoot him. Uh-oh.
Guys, hold on, my batteries are low.
Back, I say. Be a better... Fire better. Aim.
So, Reese.
God damn it.
You know, there's this little game franchise called Far Cry.
Uh-huh.
You ever heard of that?
I think I have. I
You
heard of
have
that one.
buddies in that are a whole lot better than your buddies in this game.
Yes. But this is not a comparable franchise. As much as the entire gameplay of Alan Wake is based around firing a gun, I would say that this is not a game about gunplay.
Which is kind of refreshing. Like, it's not a... I mean, it is a shooter, but it's really not.
But that's not what you're supposed to be playing it for.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can.
That's true, too. I have not played Far Cry 6. Are they on 6 now? Yeah.
Yes.
Haven't played it. and by now I've hit that like fatigue. It's like, okay, if it's the same thing, I don't care.
Yeah, and it is again the same thing.
Games longer than you.
Even though they had this complaint about it being the same thing again with 5, they just decided to do the same thing again.
I feel like the setting did it for me. Like the setting was enough that it's different enough based on the setting. Like the same game, new place, I'm down. But they did that for 4. They did that for 5. I loved 5. I'm a sucker for Montana. But then 6 is like, okay, you gotta do something new. You can go to any setting on the fucking planet with the same, like, you have to do something new. They even got, you know, Giancarlo, but...
He's great.
Sounds like they kind of wasted him.
Sounds like he's not in it much.
Yeah. What I'm saying is we should definitely play Far Cry 6.
All right. Far Cry 5 was one of our best videos.
See, like, and then we could have Far Cry 6, and I would be shitting on it with you.
Okay.
And
all right.
That could be that would be good. A good time.
Fire at them, goddammit. Okay, that one's dead, that one's dead. Alright. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna get some coffee. You have fun over there, Mr. Kidnapper Man.
We still haven't settled. Is it warm iced coffee or is it cold hot coffee?
I didn't know that was a thing we were trying to settle. I thought you just asked which one of those is worse.
No, it was a long, ongoing debate.
Oh, okay.
Go back into the chat. Everybody was all about that for a long time. Not just me. That was a big deal for a long time. We missed it.
Everybody cared and everyone was in on it.
Yep. It was one of those. Yep.
Oh, god damn it! I didn't realize that other guy got out of the corner.
Stand. There's more flares.
Oh, hey, Lewis. Welcome back.
We fight them as long as they keep coming. Give me the
Hey, we got like a who's who of the bad default fans right now.
Ow! Axe to the face. Hey, here's another debate for you, Luke. What hurts more, an axe to the face or axe body spray to the face?
Ooh, gotta go body spray because it's the,
stings.
You feel it
stings.
and you smell it.
God damn it! Stay back. You can't. I had a flare out. There. God damn. Spend some time at the range. Lewis emphatically says warm. So he's on that side of the debate. You aren't gonna feel the axe for very long, so I agree. Flare saved my life. Just gonna use those a little more willy-nilly this time, I think. All right, cool. One more guy behind you. There. Kill him. Shoot him, Kidnapper Man. Enemy of my enemy.
Learned that one from Modern Warfare 2.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all
You looked at her.
You're a hell of
I'm
a
gonna
writer.
beat the shit out of you once I find her.
You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and
I should warn you, I've never shot a gun before. That makes me more dangerous.
Honestly, yeah.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me?
Don't know how this thing works, but I'll point it at you.
Oh god, oh god!
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. Wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
What time did you say you had to go, Luke?
4:45 at the absolute latest.
We might
we
be able to get you out by 4:45. Don't step in bear traps. That's
Good
not
advice.
just a game tip, that's a life tip. You're welcome. Ooh. I think there's actually an achievement to shoot all those pyramid beer can things.
So we're gonna do a stream where you 100% that.
I've already 100%ed this game. Not this version of it, I guess. I could do it again. I hear the music. Back. Move your rider's legs. Oh, I gotta go up that thing, don't I?
So I hope going through deleting tabs that have been definitely not looking up while we're streaming.
Okay.
Oh, you're busy. Uncanny was a 16th century Scottish saying, meaning not canny. Canny meaning pleasant or nice. The quote they give is, "He's a canny lass." Having or showing shrewdness and good judgment, especially in money or business matters.
Okay. We talked about that at like the beginning of the stream.
Well, it was like 45 minutes ago for sure.
It had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
I loved chainsaws, so I knew things were looking up. Yeah. Love that rifle. But I only have 2 bullets for it, so I guess I should switch to the revolver.
Yeah, probably save that for a sticky spot.
No. Oh, that's a generator. Okay, all right. Flare.
It's a little occupied. Be careful.
Ah. That should give me a little bit of space to get to this house. God damn it, just a little bit though. I only 1 flare left. I don't really want to use it right here. God, that's a lot of people though. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Well, I hope that situation was sticky enough because I don't have any more flares. Oh wait, that was about the hunting rifle ammo, not the flares. But in any case, I'm fucked later.
That's later, not now. You're fine.
Ow! Oh, thought it was a bear trap.
And we know not to step in bear traps.
Yeah, we didn't know not to step in manifest pools of darkness.
That was an unknown. It's worth stepping in one just to test.
Just to find out.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
That's that building that we almost got pushed over the cliff with. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I pointed out it was up there and now it's down there.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Couple of flares, that'll keep me safe when I need to use a ton of them again. This building is safe and up to code.
Be aware of what awaits.
The darkness wears her face, Luke.
Yeah, so in your deposition after all this settles, there's gonna be, oh, by the way, some of your buildings are not up to code. That's the takeaway.
Also, half of your residents are dead. Sorry about that. I shot most of them. Isn't that funny, Sheriff Breaker? We'll laugh about this later.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
We're almost to Lover's Peak, Luke. Tee hee hee.
Gonna meet Barry there.
Ow! Please, faster. Oh.
Nice dip.
I dodged, ducked, and dived. Dived? Dove.
You neither dived nor dove. Now I like the vaguely like ring wraith scream. I don't even the wispy screams that they do. Good sound design.
The screams of the darkness, yeah.
Yeah.
This is very ring wraithy, actually. Yeah, now that you point it out.
Hazardous occupation.
He looks bad.
If I just put a flare right here. Oh, he just walks right over it because he's a fucking badass. All right.
Batteries. Dive.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Oh. He disappeared for a second, but he's back now. There we go. And I killed the big bad boss, and with not so much trouble.
Kinda anticlimactic. Be careful, there's a bear.
Barry? Ow! The porch is covered with birds.
Barry, there's a bear here.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
What's the bear doing? It's just standing there, menacingly.
That's even scarier. So I'm trying to remember last time when we played this, we made it through 1 and 2. Did we play 3?
We played 3 and never put out that episode because I didn't have the time to edit it.
Okay, that was that point. Yep. Okay.
Headlights were a welcome bonus.
So you're gonna remember a lot of stuff from that probably, but
so
no
I
one
get
else
to keep
will.
saying we've probably said this before, but great. As long as I got content for the next one, we're good.
Froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Oh, ammo of some kind. There we go. In the bathroom.
Yep. How many rifle shots do you have now?
I have 3.
Okay, not great. But more.
Get out of there. All right, just testing.
I had to find the key to the garage.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
So is Alice a story that he tells himself to stave off the loneliness?
See, there was a man in there. He must have really had to go to the bathroom.
Well, you're shooting everybody. He's probably scared shitless.
You made that joke earlier in the stream.
Still counts.
Can't get me in here, bitch.
Forgot about this part.
Go over the jump. Woo! This game is all about the driving physics.
Oh, yeah.
As you can tell.
Like when I'm about to pick up Forza, it's like, Forza or Alan Wake?
It's a tough choice.
Right up there.
This is all the ammo they give you right before you fight the big boss.
I could imagine against the dark thing.
Is a few?
A few. Yeah. Hi guys, going out for a run? I'm gonna ignore you to conserve ammo.
They're throwing stuff at you. Careful.
Oh man, my rider's legs are giving out.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Just make something up. It doesn't have to be good. Just give him a manuscript. Or tell him it's done right now and just say, like, yeah,
and then the kidnapper lived happily ever after.
The new kind of ending.
Got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
More flares. Damn it, I was looking around for those. I thought they would be above the roof.
Batteries.
This part's just kind of tedious. Come at me. Oh, you know what? Let's just use the flares, because I think we lose everything at the end of the episode anyway.
Oh, yeah. Might as well.
So the flare gun will...
Get your power weapons.
Take him out one shot. Where I heard
right there.
God damn it! If you know where they're coming from, it can take him out once. Ow! God damn! Stop it! God.
Reese, do better.
Trying. Oh, I wasn't reloaded. Oops. There's another swarm. God damn it! It wasn't the one that came at me though. Other swarms. There you are.
They're right behind you. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's all the flare ammo that I've got for the flare gun.
Barry, you can open the door now.
Sweet.
They're gone.
That's much faster. I should just do that every time.
Next time we play this.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
It's all good. It happens.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description.
Having psychotic episodes or thinking that you're having psychotic episodes?
Perhaps we could learn something. Anything
Yeah,
about
both.
the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Well.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the
Oh Dear Diner.
Good girl.
And this is copyrighted, so I gotta talk over it. But I recommend you listen to the ending of this on YouTube or something, because the song works well with it. I'm just gonna.
So can we like link to the
turn that
YouTube
down.
without violating copyright? Because that would still be effectively like promulgating copyrighted material, right?
But we're not hosting it.
You're thinking like talk over the song.
I turned it down, so we don't have to talk as much anymore.
Hey, we made it on time too.
Oh, nice. You don't have to like run away. Now you just have to walk away. But the song is called Haunted, and it's a good song. Haunted by Poe.
By Poe. Keeping talking more because it's still playing, even if it's quiet. Or is it quiet enough on the stream?
It's so quiet on the stream that they won't hear it.
Okay, good. Well, cool. That's a great game.
It is a great game. And starting next week, we'll have new episodes for you instead of episodes we've already played. And we're going to do them one at a time. We did 2 today to get through what we've already covered in the previous videos. Seemed like the thing to do.
Take more time next time to 100% the coffee mugs. And
yep.
Yeah. The real content of the game. What they really put their time and effort into.
Hi, Ronwin. You made it to the end of the stream.
Just in time. And yes, slap that like button, smash the sub, and tickle the bell. Thanks, Bob.
Do all of those things at once. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you next week with Alan Wake, Episode 3. Punch the Kidnapper. I think that's what it's called. Bye-bye.
Don't look at my wife. Bye, everybody.